Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. If you clicked on this video, then you already know. So go ahead and grab your tissues, your little face cloths, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and find something that's going to get you together, because this one going to be a tearjerker. Today is February the 14th. Yes, happy Valentine's Day. But by the time you see this video, most likely, it's not going to be Valentine's Day anymore. But yeah, I guess let's get right into it. So, today I'm going to be talking about my miscarriage. Actually, this was my first miscarriage. I'm a mother of two girls, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. And so, yeah, I was almost 6 weeks along. In fact, I was actually like about 5 weeks, 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. 5 weeks, 3 days. And, I had to go up to my school because I had to meet with somebody in the job assistance, area of the school. And so they were trying to help me, give me a job, give me something permanent, girl, so I can start making that bread, give me a bag or two. So yeah, I went to go meet with them, and by the time I was finished with the meeting, I usually, use the bathroom and stuff while I go places, because I don't have no car right now at the moment. I'm currently still riding the bus, but that's okay. Shawty gonna make a come up, you watch. And so, use the bathroom. So I use everything, and I go to wipe, and it's blood, y'all. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? Why am I bleeding? Like, I ain't been doing nothing. It's been a few days since me and my husband had intercourse. So I was like, maybe it's not that. And like at this moment, my mind is in a panic. The only thing I can think is I gotta get home. I gotta get home. Like, whatever it is, I just gotta hurry up and get home, because I gotta try to figure out why am I bleeding like out of nowhere. I'm pregnant. I'm not supposed to be bleeding. Like, I done had 2 pregnancies, and neither my first nor my second pregnancy have I had any bleeding, you know what I'm saying? So it was quite odd to me. So what I wound up doing was I had to sit there and I had to get me a lift, you know what I'm saying? Shawty had a few change, a little scratch in her pocket, you feel me? So I'm trying to get home at all costs. Like, I ain't got an hour to wait before I get home. I want to get home now. The school was like 12 minutes from my house, so I made it. I got home, you feel me? So got home, used the bathroom again, because I think in my mind, I'm thinking like, let me just go check again. You know what I'm saying? Go use the bathroom. You always gotta pee just a little bit. So I pushed enough out, wiped myself, and it's blood again. And now at this point, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like I said, I ain't never been through this before. I had 2 successful pregnancies, no blood, no issues. You know what I'm saying? All good. And then, what I do next? Oh, I wind up calling my OB, and ain't nobody answer. So I had to wind up leaving her a message through my little portal or whatnot that we use for communication. One of the nurses wound up getting back to me, and she told me sometimes early in pregnancy you might experience some bleeding. Sometimes it might just be that one time, or sometimes it might go all the way through the pregnancy. Okay, so it kind of eased my mind a little bit. Like, okay, this is is normal, you know what I'm saying? Like, some other women have had it, made it all the way through the pregnancy with no issues. So maybe I can relax, you know what I'm saying? Stop stressing as much and just chill. And so from that point on, like, I was cool. Mind was eased. Like, I wasn't stressing. But then I woke up the next day. Now, let me back up a little bit. Let me give you some dates so you can see where we at. When I went to my school, it was February the 6th when I first experienced the bleed. Alright, that was a Monday. Then, fast forward, like I said, I went to sleep, woke up February the 7th. it's my daughter's birthday. I go to the school to have her a little in-class little birthday party, but I'm not stressing. Like, my mind has been eased, put at rest, like, because the doctor said it's technically normal, and she was just letting me know, like, just keep an eye on the blood flow, keep an eye on the color, let me know if you see any golf ball size clots, is what she told me. I had to let this woman know, first off, I don't even bleed that heavy. I'm not one of those females, you know what I'm saying, one of those women that normally bleeds, have a heavy menstrual flow, okay? And so she was like, okay, I understand that, but just pay attention to how much you bleed. Let us know if it changed colors, if you see any size clots at this point. So she was just, it went from golf ball, you know, a golf ball like this, to any size clots. And I'm like, okay, I hear you, I'm listening, I understand. And like I just finished medical school, so I kind of have an idea of miscarriage, pregnancy, yada yada, the whole nine. And like, I can do this. This task won't complicate it, you know what I'm saying? I can pay attention, you know, I can be observant and take mental notes. And I felt like I had a good enough idea of what I was looking for. That way I can make a decision whether or not I need to go to the emergency room or not. So back to February 7th. Like again, I'm from my daughter's school. We done with the party. We back home. Like, throughout the course of the day, I'm still using the bathroom, wiping. And now I'm starting to notice that the blood is now changing colors. It's going from like a dark red, looking like old blood, or it looks like real dark sometimes when you about to get ready to come on your menstrual cycle. So it was dark. Everything was good. Now it's starting to brighten up. It's starting to turn into what my normal period flow looks like, you know. So I'm like, okay, I have a friend that had also, you know, endured 2 miscarriages. So I had her on standby. I'm like, look, like, I'm bleeding. What am I supposed to do? Can you come and look at this? Like, I'm sending her pictures. I'm video calling her. Like, I need you to help me with this. Like I said, I went to school, but look, ma'am, you went through this personally. You went through this twice on 2 separate occasions. So you got a little bit more experience in this area. In the back of my mind, I was slowly realizing, like, I'm most likely about to have a miscarriage. Like, this is just not normal to me. But this also was potentially could be my 3rd child as well, you know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling what happens during the 3rd pregnancy. I ain't never had 3 of them yet. So I'm just like, okay, I know every pregnancy different, and slowly I'm okay with the situation, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, just watching out. It's not like real heavy, because for one thing, they sit there and ask me, well, are you bleeding through an entire pad in an hour? That's a lot of blood. Like, I feel like if I bleed through a pad in an hour, ma'am, I would have been at the hospital. I'm not gonna go 2, 3, 4 hours bleeding, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just ridiculous to me. So I wasn't bleeding through no entire pad. I was barely filling up a section of the pad, so it was technically still spotted. The flow wasn't heavy. The only thing it was starting to lighten up. So we like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not about to be doing no sexual activity. I don't need nothing to really make this a real miscarriage. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be real careful as possible. So I'm just taking it easy. I'm not doing too much. Yeah, I'm just chilling. And so then later on that night, you know, changing my pad as a routine at this far. We like 2 days in using these pads. I hate pads. Oh my God, I hate pads. But like I said, we 2 days in, and the night of February 7th, I go ahead and change my pad before I go to bed, which was probably about 9 o'clock that night. I put on a new pad. New everything, shower. I was ready to go to bed and everything. And so when I woke up the next morning on February the 8th, I couldn't believe what I saw. I wish I had some pictures. I should have took some pictures of what I saw, but I was just too in shock to even, you know what I'm saying, understand what happened. Like, I had on like this little 2-piece pajama short set kind of thing, and like the whole like front, I don't know if you can see it, but like the whole front area of my shorts, the whole front area of my shorts was covered in blood. Like my underwear, I bled through the whole top of the pad. Like I had regular size pads, I guess. Matter of fact, hold on, I'm gonna show you. I still got something left. I had these, you know, regular size pads. I'm gonna open one up so y'all can get the full extent of what I'm talking about. I had one of these regular size pads, and I bled through like this whole top part, and on the outside of my underwear, everything. And these ones come with the wings and everything. So I had bled through all of that. And so I was just like, you know what? It's time to go to the hospital. It's just time to go, because that was just too much for me. And so that's what I did. Also, I forgot to add in on the 8th as well, when I woke up after I discovered the horrible bloody mess that I discovered. When I got up off the toilet, I also looked back and I noticed that the toilet was damn near full of blood. Like, at that moment, I already knew what that was. Like, I already knew. So to the hospital I go, because at this point I need somebody to confirm something, tell me what's going on. I need answers. Like, just thinking about the whole thing at this point, I was just like ready to cry and just bawl out. Like, me making that phone call that morning to my OB, notifying them that I was on the way to the hospital, was just the worst thing that I could have ever thought. Like, making that phone call, I never thought I would be making no phone call to go to the emergency room for a miscarriage. Like, I'm pretty sure no woman wants to do that, but like, that was definitely one of my worst fears, you know what I'm saying? And so I got to the hospital, and I got seen. They did blood work, they did urine analysis, and they also did an ultrasound, a vaginal ultrasound. And so urine came back positive for pregnancy. Blood work came back positive for pregnancy. I did the ultrasound. And when I was getting the ultrasound done, you know, the doctor was in there looking at everything. They looked at my ovaries. They looked at my fallopian tubes, make sure it wasn't like an ectopic pregnancy. Of course, they looked inside my uterus. They just checked to make sure everything was okay. Nothing torn or anything from the inside. But yeah, like, after she finished with the ultrasound, of course, they're not talking to you. I don't know anything. Like, I'm just freaking laying back on the table with my legs wide open with a freaking wand in my vagina. Like, I'm just freaking laying here wondering what the heck is going on. In my back of my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm having a miscarriage. But then in the front of my mind, I'm like, stay positive. Don't stress yourself out. Like, it could be nothing, you know what I'm saying? It could just be normal. Like the doctor said before, like, some women just bleed, you know what I'm saying, during the pregnancy. It's okay, you know? And so, so by the time she finished with the ultrasound, you know what I'm saying, they told me sit up, you know what I'm saying? This part right here sucked. When somebody look you directly in your eye, and I mean directly in your eye, so far that you feel like they looking in your spirit, like your soul, like you know this can't possibly be good, because she's not smiling. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't start off with a good news or anything like that. She took a big deep breath her daggone self. So I'm just like, whoa. It's what I feared, you know. like I said, in the back of my mind, like just knowing what I knew, like I knew it couldn't be good. Like I ain't never been through this before. Like I'm still young. I ain't but 26 years old. Like, not saying that age had anything to do with it, but I was just like, well, I'm healthier than I have been with either one of my pregnancies. Like I'm exercising, like I'm watching what I eat. I'm not doing nothing crazy. Like this time, out of all the times I decided to get pregnant, I had a miscarriage. And it's crazy because the thing that hurt me the worst is having those feelings, like those symptoms, knowing that you clearly pregnant, being nauseous, being so tired, and then just not having no symptoms. Nothing. Like that's a big slap in the face right there. Like a big slap in the face. I'm gonna be back. Give me a minute. Alright. Now that we done got that part out. Yeah, so like it just hurt, you know what I'm saying? So the doctor tells me that sometimes, you know what I'm saying, like you might think you done did everything that you had to do to technically get ready for a pregnancy, to be able to hold a pregnancy, but your body might not fully be ready, if that makes any sense, because I can't remember word for word what she said, because after she confirmed that I had a miscarriage, just like my mind went blank, my ears just like stopped working, and like I don't know, like it was just the worst thing, like the worst thing. Like nobody wants to lose a child, and us as women, I know from the moment we see that positive pregnancy test, no matter how far along we are, like it still hurts. And so, like literally, I didn't even wait for them to discharge me from the hospital. I got dressed. I went back to my room. Because I was in the ultrasound room. I went back to my room, grabbed my coat and my purse, and I left. Because I didn't know what else to do. Like, couldn't nobody say anything to me at that moment that would have kept me at the hospital. What would I needed to stay there for? You've already confirmed that I had a miscarriage. Okay, so now let me just go home and let me go be with my husband and my family and my kids, because that's all I wanted. Yep. Like losing anybody, like I know it may sound crazy, but like you become attached, believe it or not, fairly quickly. And when you have a miscarriage, there's nothing that you can do about it. Nothing. And so what I had to do was now I just had to find a way to revert to thinking that now I'm not pregnant anymore. We got to start back over. And we just try again, you know. And I don't have an issue with that, but I would have loved for that baby to have stuck. Because guys, I had an appointment to get my first ultrasound on the 24th of February. So, of course, I canceled that appointment. There was no need for that appointment anymore, but yeah, it just would have been nice. But sometimes things aren't meant to be, and at this point in life, like, I already know that. And that's why I go about my day and I try to be the best mom that I can be. And I try to be the best wife that I can be, because, like, you just gotta live life to the fullest. Like, I don't want to sit there and just dwell on the loss, even though I would love to. I still got people out there that care about me. I still got a family, and having one miscarriage is not a end statement. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end. So I'm going to try again. And I hope that you guys continue with me on this journey to being a mommy again, you know? I'm a very determined person. I don't give up. So I'm going to try, and I'm going to try again. You feel me? You feel me? I'm going to try again. So, with that being said, thank y'all for watching. I hope that you like, I hope that you comment, and I hope that you subscribe to my channel, because I know that there's other mothers out there that has experienced the same thing that I've recently went through. And sometimes we just, you know, need to know that we are all in this together. You know what I'm saying? We all are women. We can do this. This is what we was made for. Like, we can be infertility. That ain't no such thing. Like, we taking that out of our vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? If you caught a vibe, you know what I'm saying? I hope that you hit that notification bell. And to keep vibing. You know what I'm saying? Just stick around. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be there for each other. And I'll see y'all in my next video.